We start having the first balmy days of spring, and as the days begin to get just a little longer and then a little longer, you begin to find yourself looking out of the window more and more. And it won't be long now before the picnic season will be in full swing. As a matter of fact, there are very definite indications that the picnic season is practically with us. I want you to watch what happens in this scene that Peg Lynch has written, in which she will appear with Mr. Bunce and Eva Condon. Now, to make sure that spring has come to 444 Edgecombe Road at Sandy Harbor, I would like to have you folks come and join me, and we'll go over and have a visit with Ethel and Albert. Come on.
Well, I tell you, I thought I'd get a slip cover for that chair, Muriel. Well, you can wash it, you know, it's so much simpler.
Ethel, honey.
Oh, hi, I'm in here, dear.
Hi, darling.
Hello,
Oh, golly, you on the phone again? Hi.
Guess so.
Say, look, you haven't started dinner yet, have you?
No?
I got a wonderful idea.
What?
How about going on our first spring picnic?
Picnic?
Yeah, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, get your coat on. We'll go right away, honey. You know, I just thought we'd go, you know, to the drive-in, get some hamburgers, and go on out to Maston Branch. You know, it's a beautiful day, and then have a lovely walk in the woods. You know, I just got spring fever. What do you say?
That'd be wonderful, Muriel. Yes, Muriel boiled a lot of potatoes, so she can have fried potatoes tomorrow night, but she'll make potato salad tonight instead. We'll bring the meat, Muriel.
Oh,
yeah. Well,
honey,
now, what else
no.
shall we take? Yeah, just a second.
No, honey, I just thought, let's not get all involved with a lot of people. I thought just the two of us, you know, we can just go out and...
Picnic, and Muriel heard you.
Well, of course not. But, I mean, I just thought with the two, you know, we ought to go while it's still light. Well, all right, see if I can be ready to leave right away. Go on, ask him to...
Muriel, can you be ready to leave right away?
Right away.
Well, it's like... Yeah.
All right, fine. Come on, get ready. I'll get your coat.
Go down to the store and get the hamburger.
No, darling, I thought we'd get some already cooked.
No, it's more fun to cook things.
Well,
Listen, go on down to the store and get some ground round steak and watch him grind it. Don't let him give you anything already ground.
honey, look,
Go on if you want to get going while it's still light. And Albert, dear, buns, the round buns, and honey, dear, ketchup or mustard. We're all out. Muriel, now, what are you wearing?
Ethel! Because they were all out of buns, I had to go way down to 6th Street to get the round kind that you... What's all this?
I'm practically ready, dear. Oh, I've been racing around.
What's all this stuff?
Oh, here, dear. Yeah.
Huh?
Put it in the car. Hello, Carol.
What?
Yeah. No, don't take blankets. I'm taking plenty.
Carol?
Yeah.
Are they going too?
Oh, why do you take your car? Why don't you go with Myra and Harold?
Myra and Harold?
No, Albert thought we'd go down to Maston Branch. It's a nice place.
Look, all I want to do is take a quiet little walk in the woods.
Is it? Uh-huh. Yeah. Carol thinks, dear, that Grandview is a much nicer place for a picnic.
Look, I don't care what Carol thinks.
Well, I did. Oh, come in, Mrs. Barlow. How far is it to Grandview, Carol?
I've got all the coffee made, Ethel, and I brought over some of my own famous mustard pickles.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, hello, Albert.
Hi.
Don't you just love picnics?
I see. Mrs. Barlow came over to borrow an egg, dear, and so she, just loves picnics, and she found we were going.
Yes, I do love picnics. But you know, I think I've just done a terrible thing. I put the cream and the sugar in first, without thinking, and then the coffee, so that all the coffee has sugar and cream in it. Do you think it's all right?
Yeah, I guess all right, yeah.
Well, you better take your car as long as you're taking your dogs.
Look. Taking their what?
And come right over here then, Carol. All right, goodbye. Oh, now that put in salt.
Oh, Ethel, I put the sugar and cream right in the coffee.
Oh, that's fine, Mrs. Barlow. That's perfect.
Ethel,
All right, salt and pepper.
You mean they're taking those two Great Danes? Those...
Carol thought it'd be a good chance for them to run wild, honey.
Run wild? All I want to do is sit on your lap.
Ethel, I could go over home and make a fresh batch of coffee.
No,
and then take the cream and sugar separately.
No, don't bother. I'm sure that'll be perfectly all right. I've got to get salt and pepper, dear. Listen, call Betty and tell her that Mrs. Barlow is bringing the coffee.
Betty who?
Yeah, Betty Patterson, dear.
What did...
You've met her, darling? She's the cousin to the nurse that stayed with Carol's children when they went to Florida.
Look, how did the cousin of the nurse get hooked into this?
She was over at Carol's when Muriel called, and Carol's been over to her house for dinner so many times. She thought this was a good way to pay her back. And besides, Dennis Patterson, you know, her husband, is a nephew of the man who works for Uncle John, and Carol's always been meaning to get us all together, and she thought this was a good... Well, you know what I mean.
I don't even know what you said.
Call Betty. She's on Walnut Drive, will you, dear?
Oh,
and tell her Mrs. Barlow is bringing the... You're not wearing this good coat.
Well, I couldn't wear my old one. It looks just terrible.
Oh, nonsense. Now you're going to wear this jacket of Albert's, for heaven's sake.
Well, if you
just take
decide.
off that coat, put this right on. My goodness. Aren't you anxious to get started?
Yes,
Well, then don't stand there. Call Betty,
Well,
dear. Oh, salt and pepper. That's what I want.
I'll just take a little walk in the woods and Oh, golly, Patterson.
Oh, this jacket is just lovely, Albert. I hope you don't mind my wearing it.
No, that's fine, Mrs.
You know, I think it's just dreadful about that coffee. I think that I should have put it black in the thermos and then carried the cream and sugar separately. But, you know, I like cream and sugar in my coffee, although Mr. Barlow always took his black, yes. He was sort of funny about it that way, but we always made a little joke of it. And whenever I put the sugar in my coffee, Mr. Barlow would always say, sweet to the sweet.
Oh, yeah. What am I looking up?
Betty Patterson. Of course, Mr.
Betty
Barlow
Patterson.
couldn't stand cream and sugar in his coffee.
Oh, no?
No, he said he couldn't stand the sugar.
Oh.
And yet, you know something funny? He always put sugar on his tomatoes.
Oh, here,
Now,
look.
don't you think that was funny?
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, look, it's 3, 5, 6, 7.
And so whenever he put sugar on his tomatoes, I used to say to him, well, sweets to the sweet. And then we'd have such a good little laugh about it.
Look, it's 3, 5, 6, 7. Please.
You know, I always put salt on my tomatoes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I always do, too.
You do?
Yes, I always do.
Oh, well, we must have more than one thing in common then. You like picnics, I like picnics.
See, I like salt on my tomatoes.
And,
you like salt on your tomatoes? Well, you never know. Hello. Hello, Mrs. Patterson, yes.
I'll put these pickles in the basket.
Mrs. Patterson, this is Albert Arbuckle. Yeah, look, yes, Ethel asked me to call you to say that don't bother about the coffee. Mrs. Barlow's bringing it. Yes, that... What are you wearing?
My navy blue slacks.
Her navy blue slacks. Oh, well, just a minute. Mrs. Patterson's slacks are at the dry cleaners. Is it all right if she wears her knitted green old suit?
Yes, of course, dear. For heaven's sakes, we won't be seeing anybody.
Seeing anybody? We got half the town going with us.
Just tell her to wear her knitted suit. That's fine. Just bring the mixed green salad and meet here.
Yeah, just wear your your knitted green suit and bring your mixed green salad. We'll all meet here. Yeah. All right, thank you. But right away, yes, thanks. Oh, golly, I don't know why we get into all this fuss and bother. All I want to do is go on a little walk in the woods. And
Well, I'll go on a walk in the woods with you, Albert.
Oh, well...
I bet that you don't know that I know a great many bird whistles.
No, that's wonderful.
Have you ever heard me do the meadowlark?
No.
Oh, my father was a great nature lover, and he knew all about birds.
Yeah, but...
And so he taught me the songs of the meadowlark and the bobolink
Well, but-
and the thrush.
Yeah, I know, but...
Albert,
Huh?
it's Myra, and some friends of theirs have stopped in, and she wants they can come too.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, what is this?
Albert says, fine, bring them along.
Oh, what's the use?
More
Just an
the merrier, he
expedition,
says.
that's
Yeah. Well, just bring them along. Well, now let's see, and come on over. Now let's see, Dennis and Betty and Muriel and Jim are going in our car, and Carol's bringing her dogs. You bring your friends. Yeah. Well, then I think that... Oh, wait a minute, I forgot Mrs. Barlow. Let's see,
Oh,
she
well,
can go.
well, I don't need to go.
Of course you're going, Mrs. Barlow.
No, I don't want to put anyone to any trouble.
Oh, you're not putting anyone in any trouble. I
Because
just...
I'd be just a fifth wheel.
Oh.
I can go some other time. Nobody'll
No.
miss me, I'm sure.
No, Mrs. Albert! Albert, will you...
What? What's
no,
the matter?
Dear.
No, I'm not going. I just had to crowd the car.
There is plenty of room in the car, isn't there?
No, I'm not anyone to push myself where I'm not wanted.
But you are wanted. Will you say something to her, for heaven's sake?
Mrs. Barlow, look, wait, it's going to be dark before we... Mrs. Barlow,
No, I'm not going. No.
Look, it wouldn't be a picnic without you, Mrs. Barlow. I mean, what about our walk in the woods? Huh?
Well, of course, if you put it that way.
Yeah, well, Of course, that's right. All right. Now, come on, for
Fine,
Pete's
Mrs.
sake.
Ready.
Let's
All right,
go,
right.
can we? Honest.
Come
on, let's get out of here.
Oh, let Albert take that.
No, I want to do my share.
Well,
Oh, and
all
you've
right,
done your
we're all
share.
set.
Come on,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Come on. Oh, no.
Maybe it's just a shower.
But the grounds will be all wet.
Well,
Yes.
Bill. Here.
What? What are you doing? Albert! Albert, what are you doing?
Look, it is spring, and I am going to have a picnic.
Oh,
There they are. Ask them in. Come on, Mrs. Barlow. Sit down, everybody.
come on in, everybody.
Bring them in. We're going to have a...